Hello, my friends, and it has been a while, hasn't it, since I actually did a cooking video. But this time, instead of me actually showing you how to cook, and right now it is 2 o'clock here, I'm going to show you exactly what I did in the last couple of hours. That is within this here mystery pot. Oh crap. And mind you that this will most likely be my last video on camera because for one reason, this camera is about to break. And the reason why I'm moving it around is because said camera is sort of messed up here. I might do like like my last on-screen video of myself, as you will possibly see me. But for the moment, let's enjoy it for what it's worth, because you're here to see something cooking or already cooked. Well, my friends, sorry, my fingers are in the way. So, my friends, you're actually going to see what I worked on for the last 3 hours. 3 hours it's been since, and you're actually going to see, as I lift this up, what I worked on for the last 3 hours. What I had in this pan here was a pot. This roasting pot. Now, if most of you feel hungry, I'm sorry, but you asked for this. This is part of my Christmas dinner, and this is my first time making it, so here it is. We lift, and oh, look at that. Yes, this is my first Christmas ham, and as you can tell, I cooked it differently because, well, to be quite honest, normally the ham would have toothpicks with the fruit on top of it. Here I did mine different. You see what I did within making it was I used some glaze. You can see that there, and there's some glaze over here. You can see the glaze is on top of the ham. I did use some mesquite rub for the ham, just for a little seasoning. And I used some Dole fruit, some bottled fruit. It's really good. I used some Dole fruit just for the sake of the marinade, because it's a nice fruit marinade. And when you have a nice fruit marinade, it makes the ham that much sweeter. So as you can tell, it's assorted fruit. As you can see there, that's assorted fruit. So I'm just going to open this up like so. And yes, I'm going to let this thing just sift for a while. It's already cooked, so I'm just going to let it sift. And more likely, it's very breakable. And as you see here, this is very breakable. I'm just going to take a piece. And actually, I'm going to take this right now. I have to be very proud of myself, because yes, this is one of those times, if you ever see me, every time I am in, oh my god, this is, I mean, sorry if it looks kind of weird, like I'm doing this. And yes, I am sporting a goatee now. this is going to be my new look from now on. I'm going to sport a goatee. So yeah, that's another thing you should know about while I'm doing this. That I am sporting a goatee, and I'm in the dining room here, and I'm using the camera to reflect what I'm doing right now. So that's one thing. Another thing is, as you can tell, that ham right there, I'm doing this very carefully so the tape won't pop off the battery cover. Yeah, I know, it's time for me to get a new camera. This camera has been with me since I believe 2012, I believe. So this camera is quite old. This Nikon Coolpix. Yeah, it's a Nikon Coolpix. This Nikon Coolpix camera, I was just looking there. This Nikon Coolpix camera has been with me since 2012, since I started doing camera vids. So as you can tell, yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Since this is my first spiral Christmas ham, I am very, very proud of myself because it is not only sweet, but it's seasoned. It has honey, mesquite, it's a honey ham with mesquite rub on it, and that's what you tell right there. That's the rub. So I just let that, just sit there. For the most part that I've done this, I have to say, if you hear some popping, that's the tape. That's the tape. So I'm going to hold that down until possibly after the video, and then probably put more tape on it. But let this be known that, like I said, that's the last. This is probably going to be one of the few last camera vids you'll see of this year. My apologies if I haven't been showing much of myself as of late. Life has been pretty hectic, and in the next video, after this Tenkaichi cooking video, yes, I know, most people want to see me do something different, and I will share this while I'm going to just tease you with this ham here. While I'm doing this, I will be making something different, possibly on Christmas Eve. So I'm just going to do this, since you can see, since you can get a better look at me, like so. Since Christmas Eve is coming up in about less than 24 hours, I'm going to do something different that you would not expect me to do for Christmas Eve, and I'm going to cook something Asian. That's right, something Asian. And because I'm going to cook something Asian, I already have what I really want to make. Because you've seen me cook steak. You've seen the ham, which is sitting over there. And for the most part, if I can do this. And for the most part that you have seen me do this ham, and if I do this on camera, excuse me. Alright. Anyway, since you see me do this since you see me cover steak, ham, now it's gonna be Asian. That's right, Asian. And I'm gonna actually show you what I plan to do, or what I have in mind as we do cover Asian food. I mean, you've seen me actually cook something Asian before, I would think. But as you can see in the freezer here, what we have in this vicinity, there's some barbecue chicken teriyaki. Yes, chicken teriyaki, and there's some stir-fried vegetables, and of course there's some rice over there, so there'll be some steamed rice. And of course right there is some anytime sliders. That's what it is, anytime sliders. In the back there are chicken. I never cooked chicken before, so that's going to be something else. That's going to be something else entirely, and of course I'm going to have a side to go with that. Yes, this is the inside of the mad genius known as the Tenkaichi of cooking. Back there, as you can see, is, well, some waffles. Chicken and waffles. Of course, there's some ice cream here, some baking soda in here. There's a lot of chicken that I have not cooked, and hopefully it would not get thrown out, because I plan to do a bit of cooking with that. Aside from that, as you can tell, it's pretty much cleaned out. We've cleaned out the freezer and a bunch of whole other things. We've cleaned out the freezer, the refrigerator. As you can tell, it's nice and clean. It just needs a bit more juices and whatnot. It hasn't been, I mean, usually you would see it being like totally messed up. By the way, these right here, these are from my office party. That's a good thing about having an office party at the school, because when you actually take into consideration how many parents have brought food, when you have brought enough food, it's kind of funny, because all you're going to do for the most part is take it home with you. So that's what I did. I managed to take it home with me, and therefore, for the most part, yeah, the end result. The end result was me taking home half of the wings that I brought from Wingstop, a half pan full of macaroni cheese, and of course the vegetables, which I ate. Of course, kind of hard to do, and I'm doing this with my right hand, mind you, so therefore it's not as easy as one would think, because I am standing in the, I figure just standing here would give me a better profile shot. But yes, as you can see with my face, my brother came by. My brother came by yesterday, and he asked me how would I like it. I said, well, just give me a goatee. So there you go. I have a goatee. Anyway, that's going to be the new look for myself. And of course, like I said, I'm going to reinvent myself. That's what I plan to do. I plan to reinvent myself, because, it's been far too long since, I've been taking myself into consideration. I should care about how I look and how I should be as an individual, not as just a gamer, but, individually I should care about how I look. Anyway, sorry about that. If it seemed a bit too close, my apologies. So yeah, you see the ham, and we are going to cover said ham, and trust me, I plan to marinate it later, or rather use the juice to safely marinate it. And then of course I'm going to cut it, and for the most part there, I will more than likely put it in the fridge, just so the seasoning that I put on it, the mesquite the mesquite rub, if I have not shown you, I'm going to show it to you right here. This is what I put on it. Dry rub. Sweet mesquite barbecue. So, not only would it taste good, but anything I add to it that'll sweeten the mix, it's going to come out pretty tasty. So, yeah, it is Pookie87 approved. But anyway, the main things I have on my mind, I will most likely tell you right after this video, and of course it's going to be for a while anyway. But right now it's like 2:15, or rather 2:16. I've been doing a lot since I got up around 10ish, and all I did was just call the cable company about a TV, and got that cells and everything, so we're good. But anyway, my apologies for the lack of camera videos, but like I said, this will most likely be my last one for this year, because I plan to get a new camera. Because what happened was because the I don't know, part of it cracked. So where it holds the batteries, that's where it cracked. So I will, of course, get another one soon, as well as something that I should show you in my room. And while we're going to my room, this is what you see over here is one of the things that I plan to basically replace. Namely, I plan to replace that, my alarm clock and CD player. I love hybrid, what can I say? And of course, I have been recording some parts for next year's LPs. The first two that I will show off, as well as what I'm working on. And as you can see, if I had not shown you this, this is actually what we're working with now. We have a new floor. So we've gotten rid of the rugs. So it looks much better with a wooden floor. If you haven't seen that before, we have wooden floors, tiles in the kitchen. Oh yes, and if I haven't shown you this, yeah, I might as well just say it's a Tenkaichi house video, as well as Tenkaichi of cooking. And as you can see, hello Masaki. He has a lot to say. There you go, the mascot of RCO, ladies and gentlemen. The mascot of RCO. He's just going about his business. And he's saying hello to the audience. There you go, there's our mascot. He doesn't really say much except when he wants to. Hungry boy? He doesn't say much, but he knows he's hungry. But he's just going to look at you guys and say, please sub to my master, because he needs the hugs. And plus I need the food. Oh, really? No, seriously. He needs the food, yo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to stop the video here, and the next video that I will more than likely show off will be the last update video for 2014, and I'll share with you what I plan to do in 2015 if you don't already know it by now. That means whatever I'm working on will continue on, and I'll probably work on that during my off time. But yeah. Saki says hi. So I'll see you next time with more videos. Yeah, by the way, that's a one-eyed pound puppy. We don't know what happened to the other eye. But until then, this has been the Tenkaichi of cooking, saying, take care, God bless, and behold the honey ham and savor in its juices. Until then, I'll see you soon with more videos.